Shut up.
Now?
I said shut up.
Now?
Will you stop it? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to First Strike. You know the drill. Who's hosting it? Right. I say it every week. Myself, Brennan Friesen, and the legendary Shane Wall.
Now?
Now. We're live
now.
now.
Now we can go.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another... What did I say on the YouTube channel? A medium rare episode?
Is that what you called it?
I called it a medium rare. I was craving steak for some reason, so...
Oh, man, when am I not?
We're going to go with medium rare. I don't know, you strike me as a vegan.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got the bone structure of a vegan.
Yeah.
It's not a compliment, but yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Are you a steak or a chicken guy? Like if I put some chicken in front of you, put a steak in front of you, what do you go for?
How are you preparing the chicken?
It's I'm not gonna say deep fry. It's a boneless. It's a baked chicken breast. No,
not even close.
No. So in what circumstance would you take chicken over steak?
If you put some really awesome wings there,
wings,
I would think about it.
You take wings over a steak?
I said I would think about it.
I would take the steak any day.
I said I would think about it.
They have to be some bomb-ass wings, man.
The wings are good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to First Strike. We have Kai Duick in the chat. Kate Higgins, Sugar to Death, Elodia. Welcome here. We did get your new fan art. Thank you.
Yeah, we did.
I'm curious. Why do I have a giant axe and Shane has a hammer? The staff is very suiting for Kai. The hammer is very suiting for Shane. I don't strike myself as an axe guy.
All I really need is a hammer to take care of business.
Do you even need a weapon at all, to be honest?
No, not really.
I feel like you don't.
I feel like she should have just given me massive hands.
Well, you already have.
You're
just like comically big.
Yeah,
comically big.
That would have been funny.
We got Brock in the stream. Welcome here as well, and of course, Mr. RW Studios. Cade, by the way, good work making it to a podcast. I'm proud of you. So how are you? How are you, Shane?
I'm doing well. We started the week off kind of crappy.
Did you?
Yeah, Sunday I came down with some weird fever thing.
That's right.
And I had the longest sleep in my entire life, ever.
Okay.
Which was weird. But I slept 13 hours straight.
That's right.
I woke up once at 2 o'clock, and I just went back to bed, and I kept on sleeping. But yeah, it was 13 hours of sleep, which was really super weird.
Yeah. Me. Yeah, I can do that any day. But you
I
sleep
have
like
never done that.
Ever in your life.
Barely.
Come on, even as a teenager, you never stayed up till...
I could do 11 hours.
Okay.
That was always my top, my peak.
Really? I can do 12, no problem.
No,
my record is like 16, 17.
That's unbelievable. I've never come close to that.
I know. Brandon looks like the kind of guy who would be wielding the shield and no other weapons, like Captain America, but Captain Canada. That is what they call me.
Nobody has called me Captain Canada.
You're right. A guy can dream.
Nobody.
Right? Could you have picked a squeakier chair to sit in today? Come on.
I noticed that, so we're gonna, this is the new chair that you bought.
That's my chair, but I'm not so, I'm light. It doesn't really know what I'm sitting in it. Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not calling you heavy.
It knows.
Right. So, just winding up.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know. What are you playing this week, man? What are you playing? What's going down?
I'm kind of stuck in between games right now. I'm playing this weird game that's become somewhat popular with the YouTube streaming folk. Enter the Gungeon.
That's right.
It's a roguelike, and for those of you who don't really know what that is, basically you're controlling this little guy, and you're just running around in this dungeon. It's a randomized dungeons and stuff like that. You pick up guns and weapons, and you get better. And if you die, well, shit, you start over from the beginning, and that's just what it is. So,
is it good? Is it like
it's okay. It's well done. The music is fine.
It just seems like a low budget Steam title. That's what I see.
Yeah, and sometimes those games, I stay away from them because I know it's a low budget, probably not very good game.
Some of them are. I'm not dissing indie developers by any means.
No, it's put together very well. It just doesn't have the lasting power that, say, a Rogue Legacy had for me. That game I've gone through, I think, 3 times. Well over 100 hours into that one. That one was super tight and just very, very good.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I've been playing. I finished Legend of Dragoon a while ago. I haven't found the next one. I thought I had the next one.
How was Dragoon? We haven't talked about that since.
Very good.
Yeah?
Very, very good.
Out of 10, where are we putting it?
It's a solid 8.5.
Nice.
The battle system is it's awesome and it's entertaining for yourself, but after there's just not a lot of depth to it aside from its one key component, which is those action commands.
You do have action commands, okay.
And aside from that, there's not a lot there.
Sure, okay.
And there's a few flaws with the game, but like overall, it's still very good and still worth a playthrough.
So yeah, I think how you described to me, it was like a more in-depth Paper Mario combat. Like it's
combat-wise, there's a bit more than what your Paper Mario game is, but not too much more.
We got Barrett Master in the stream. Welcome here, sir. Alodia, I also noticed that you like to give me childbearing hips in every fan art you make, and that's great. That's great, except I'm a stick in real life.
A cheese string, as they say.
Big Mac and cheese string ruling the galaxy, as they say.
As they say.
Well, I say sometimes in my sleep.
It's a real lack of facial hair on your face.
Was that a problem, man? Like, I like a clean shave.
You can't be Captain Canada and have no facial hair.
That's true.
That's a real problem.
See, that's the real reason people don't call me Captain Canada. Even when I beg.
If anything, I'm getting close to this Captain Canada thing because I got the hockey jersey on.
You do. You're closer than I am. It's just to be a white and red, not black and orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know what this jersey is.
Sure, I do.
No, you don't.
It's the Mighty Ducks.
Not even close.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, indie titles are usually like they can be good. They're very hit or miss. Like you can put loads of time into Binding of Isaac because it's a very well made. Also
threw close to $100 into that one.
For sure. And Shovel Knight was super good. And then yeah, like there are some that just flop.
Most flop, really.
Yeah, it's true. Like,
but I thought I had my next game to play, and it was off the shelf a few hours after I put it there.
Yeah, who's the jackass who bought that?
Thanks to this guy.
All right, it was me. I'm the jackass.
Yeah, you kind of are.
But you should be proud of me. You should be proud of me.
I am, but when you're playing it right beside me, like I'm kind of jealous. I'm a jealous guy.
So this is the first, what Shane would probably call a real game I've played in a while. I started streaming through Paper Mario on stream.
It's kind of a real game.
We're getting through there as we stream it. I played The Lion King a little while ago. And I'm not sure why, but over my Shane got this game in the shop. And while I brought up in the podcast, actually, that I really wanted to play it. Dragon Quest VIII. I've never played a Dragon Quest game, and I'm not sure why. But when I found this game in someone's like top 10 PS2 games list or something on YouTube a few months back, and it immediately stuck out to me. I don't know why, because well, I kind of know why. It's a PS2 game, and it doesn't look like it's a PS2 game in my mind. It's too colorful and vibrant.
Very vibrant.
Like it looks fantastic. What is up, Benson? Welcome to the stream. Everyone say hi to K Benson. Make him feel welcome. So yes, when Shane actually got it in, I forgot about it for a little while until you were like, I came in the shop, you're sitting in here, and like, hey, check what I got in. And you forgot that I wanted to play. Like you don't even remember.
Yeah, you mentioned to me months ago, and I totally forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, so I immediately, like, he showed me, I was like, yeah, I'm buying it. And then Shane was hesitant.
Well, I told you it was in garbage condition.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Barely works. Meanwhile, it's flawless, just perfect.
Yeah.
With the Final Fantasy 12 demo disc and everything. Like
it's complete, it's in great condition.
Perfect condition.
So, yeah, I bought it off you in the first 3 minutes. And I decided, because it's one of those games I looked at and I was like, you know, we're going to like it. I'm just going to like it. Just know. So I had to play it right. And I really like what I'm doing. We have a bunch of CRTs in the shop. We have like 3 still hanging around in here.
Yeah.
I took the smallest one.
4.
We have 4 in here now?
Yeah, we have 4 in here.
I took the smallest one, brought it behind the desk, put it on the floor, a little elevated off the floor, set up some pillows. It looks really 2002 what I'm doing. And I set up the PS2, and we're just sitting on the floor in the game shop behind the desk, playing some Dragon Quest VIII. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Oh man.
That's so awesome. That game, just hearing it right beside me all the time, it's funny. It's made by the same guys that went on to make Ni no Kuni, which is a game I have played through.
And you can tell.
And it is so obvious. The art style is there. The soundtrack is there. The voice acting's there. Everything is there. It's really, really strange, and it's awesome at the same time. So I'm happy for you.
Yeah, man, it didn't take long. Like a few minutes in, and I was already on board.
Your marker.
Oh, thanks, man. Is that what the kids are calling it? Not capping their marker?
I don't know. Could be.
It's really fun so far. Like it didn't take long at all. I'm already into it. The combat is very easy to pick up on. It's not a complicated combat system. More than Paper Mario. I imagine it's something like Legend of Dragoon. There are no action commands though. It's just turn-based. Hit each other.
You know what I really like about it though? It means nothing as a well-made game or a garbage-made game. But I hate it when you have an RPG and it's a turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
And you have nothing for weapons. Like we're talking your first battle, you go in and you're hitting for 300 damage, 7,000 damage right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And what's the point of that? Start at 1 or 2 or
I agree.
3. Hit low. We don't need to see these massive long numbers that take up the whole damn screen. Give me just a little bit. That's all I need to know. It doesn't matter. And this game starts off at 1, 2, 3 damage, whatever it is. And I like that. Dragoon was the same way. It starts off with the low numbers. There's no reason to start. Oh yeah, well we're hitting for 37. Oh man, this guy's powerful. Like no, it's the beginning of the game. You know it's there. It bothers me.
I completely agree with that. Like 100%. I don't know why some RPGs do that. It feels more over encumbersome to just suddenly be thrown right at the start. These huge numbers.
Yeah.
Like that's harder to follow.
There's no reason.
No, there's really not.
No, there's not a single reason.
In fact, there are RPGs that I've tried to play with that type of combat system that I just haven't finished or even got very far in because I don't know that turns me off and I don't know why.
Totally.
But you're absolutely right. I don't know the big number shtick. But yeah, you're starting like 4 and 5 damage to begin with, and then it goes up from there. So far, this story's pretty good too. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to give a full synopsis on the game. I'm proud of myself. I'm playing a real game.
A real game.
A real game. I'm curious what the other games are like now.
I've only played the first one, and that is boring, just tedious.
I bet.
It's just not that good.
But
it's just really not that good.
Between that one, which you don't like, and this one, which I already love, there are 6 games in there. Like,
yeah,
I don't know anything about the
4
Dragon
of
Quest.
them are on the NES, and they probably got better. But I'm still willing to bet you go back and play them. They're not going to be very easy to get back to.
I wouldn't be too shocked. That's what I'm playing, streaming. That's what's going on in my life. What's been going on in the shop? I haven't been here too much. I have for the past couple days playing, obviously, but before that, I wasn't really here.
Christmas, we got cleaned out of a lot of stuff. I remember walking in here after the holidays, January 2nd, and the shelves are just mostly empty. And just like, man, what do I do now? Like, I feel so stuck because I need stuff in here today. And whatever. So I start aggressively looking for a lot of stuff. And yeah, over the last, this whole week, we've had quite a few trade-ins. I've made a few deals outside of the shop, brought a bunch of stuff in. It's better. It's looking a bit more full now. But overall,
I think you're underselling it here. Like your console shelf was empty. It was empty. You had a VGA graded and sealed GameCube.
And that was it for GameCubes.
That was it for GameCube. You had a in the box Nintendo NES.
That was it.
And then you had
some Dreamcast
in the box. Like that was about everything.
Some Sega Genesis in the box.
Everything was in the box. And now, man, you got a wood grain Atari 2600 in the shop.
Yeah, that was super cool. I've never owned one of those, and it was weird. I picked up a few things that I've never owned before.
Yeah,
one of them being that wood grain Atari that you mentioned. Also, the Intellivision 2, which is useless.
You got an Intellivision?
Intellivision 2.
I didn't even see that. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, a Gemini, which is basically your Sears knockoff version of the Atari. Plays Atari games, but it's not officially.
It's a Gemini.
It's called Gemini. We also got a Super Nintendo Junior, or the first Super Nintendo Mini. Not the classic, but a miniature version of the Super Nintendo. The original Nintendo had a miniature version, which was the top loader.
Yeah.
With that dog bone controller that you don't see very often. And then this is the Super Nintendo thing. It's basically the same. It's just a lot smaller. Doesn't have the eject thing. And other than that, it's basically the same. They got rid of the RF switch out. You can only use the GameCube and 64 cables in there.
It is neat though. Like I haven't seen one of those in person before.
Yeah.
I wouldn't need one over the original Super Nintendo. I think the original looks better. I think every regular console looks better than its slim counterpart actually. But yeah, it's neat to see in the shop.
Atari, I would disagree.
I don't know.
The original Atari is much better. We had a miniature one. It's just not quite the same.
I'm saying that miniature is worse than the original. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know a miniature version.
sorry. Yeah, I was on the wrong train.
We got Pastel Mage. Welcome to the stream. We got Benson's
Barrett
playing.
Master is saying we were playing Game Wave today. That would be correct.
We were playing some Game Wave, playing some hard Game Wave.
Yeah,
it was good. What was the stupid? Ah, man.
You know the saying, "The proof is in the pudding."
Yes. Yeah.
So it was popular saying
Was the category,
and it's like a Wheel of Fortune style game. So you would think the proof is in the pudding is the answer.
because we would see pudding, like.
But it was weird. So it ended up being the proof of the pudding.
The proof of the pudding
is
in the eating,
which
makes more sense than tail wagging the dog day afternoon.
I have never heard that saying once in my life.
I don't know a single person who has. Who
kind of like the special guest we had last week. I don't know if anybody knows who that was.
Oh man, no, I don't.
Carrie
Guzroka.
Carrie Guzroka.
Carrie Guzroka. That was his name.
Yeah.
Mr. Dine Online, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight, sir? A pleasure to see you. We got, Benson was saying he's been playing Pokemon Yellow. That's awesome. Is that the one who bought it from the shop today?
He just got it. He was here while we discovered that the Game Wave had a buy a vowel feature.
Yes, man, you can buy vowels!
Which was new.
That kind of breaks the game a little bit. I'm a little upset that we can do that.
Yeah, a little bit.
That stream was awesome. I don't know, it wasn't Corey Goose. I think we just offended him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so,
whatever, Leroy Jenkins and all that WoW stuff. Yeah.
Is that a WoW thing?
Yeah.
Really? That's from WoW?
Yeah.
I never knew where that was from.
Oh, really?
I yell it all the time, and I never knew what I was quoting.
Yeah. It's a WoW thing. Pretty sure. Corey will know better than me, but I'm like 99% sure that's where it's from.
Yeah. Where were you? Yeah. Atari 2600. That's sweet. You got the Super Nintendo Mini. You got a GameCube in here now,
which is gone. Kay Benson's brother.
Right. Yeah. You got another PS2, which is cool. And one guy came in the other day, like yesterday, I think it was. He said he found a box of Magic cards just in a field.
In a field while he was walking his dog.
Like a sealed box of Magic cards.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
So that was cool. That was neat. Did you ever buy those off of him, or did you just leave? Or...
No, I don't know Magic cards. I have no idea. I told him we can keep it here until my friend of the shop, Adam, who is a walking Magic encyclopedia. You can ask that guy literally anything Magic related, and he'll know the card, the set, what card number, how much number it takes to attack and tap and stuff. Yeah.
So if you what do you know more about, Star Wars or Magic the Gathering?
I've seen Toy Story 2, so I'm gonna say Star Wars.
It doesn't matter. I hate how that's your that's your Star Wars knowledge. Toy Story 2. Surprise, Brennan didn't know that. Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, I never knew that.
Well, apparently it's from Wizard 101.
Of course, every great meme, every great saying is from Wizard 101. It's fact.
Tail wagging the dog day afternoon.
As long as Corey's here, Shane finished your favorite game of all time. And have you played Dragon Quest VIII? I'm curious. So yeah, I don't know what else you got in. That was some of the big stuff. The Atari was the coolest thing in my opinion.
Yeah, we got some of your GameCube fillers, your Smash Bros, Zelda, stuff like that.
Yeah, you got a Four Swords in. Another yellow label. That's neat.
Always yellow with that game.
I don't know why.
Every time. I've never owned a black label of it.
I have a black label. It's just weird that you haven't. Oh, no, that black label I got, I stole from you. Because it was that guy who came in to sell it to you, and I was just standing there like, hey, I'll buy it.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, we got both of our previous guest stars in the chat. Captain Retro, welcome to the stream, sir. How goes the pinball restoration? I haven't really caught those videos, but I've seen them in my my sub box. How goes it? And yeah, we'll move forward. All right, let's do it. What do we got? We want to talk about. Let's start off with this one because I'm not sure how long it's gonna go. Probably be pretty short. Spin-off games, man. You got your Marios out there, your big 3D Mario games, your big 3D Sonic adventures, your 2D side-scrolling adventures. But every great franchise has spin-offs.
Has a weird spin-off.
Weird spin-off cash cows. Which ones were good? Which ones were not very good? That's the question. If you guys have any in the chat too, I would love for people to chime in on this one. I have a big one. I'm not big on Kirby games. I think they're all the same, and I don't think they're that innovative of platformers. They're fine, but they're not like man, a new Kirby guy. Like, it's cool that we're getting one on the Switch, but like, whatever.
It's never that exciting.
Yeah.
Only the hardcore Nintendo fans are buying that.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's not a hardcore Nintendo fan that wants to just play Kirby. Like, you get the game, like the gamers that play Xbox One, PS4, PC, all that stuff. That, yeah, if Zelda came to their console, they would buy Zelda. They still love Zelda.
Yeah.
Nobody is playing those consoles and be like, oh man, I wish we had Kirby on this thing.
You're absolutely
You know
right.
what I mean, it's a very Nintendo. We don't have a lot of games to put out there, so here's this Kirby thing and like it because it's old and retro and it means something.
Any of Nintendo's smaller IPs could be a lot bigger if they cared enough to make them bigger, but they'll always stick with the established formula for them.
Yeah.
And Kirby's weird because it's not one of Nintendo's main IPs, but it got a spin-off racing game. Every game has a race. We were just talking about how every game has a racing game.
There's so many kart racers out there.
It's honestly ridiculous.
It's highlighted by 007
for the PS1. 007 Racing.
That just never needed to be a thing.
I really think we need to play that one, just because I always joke.
I feel like it's sold out of here, though, so I don't have it anymore.
Who bought 007 Racing?
I'm pretty sure somebody bought it.
Kirby Air Ride. I love that game, man. I think that is some awesome couch multiplayer. It's actual just head-to-head racing. It's different, and it is fun. It works. It's good. It's fine. But where that game shines is it's in its city trial mode. You get plumped in this city-like arena where you and 4 other players, you have to go around breaking boxes to upgrade your vehicle. There's like a defense stat, an attack stat, a speed stat, a turn stat. And then you have like 10 minutes in the city to collect your power-ups. You can attack each other, blow up their vehicles, they have to go run around and find a new one. And then you have a mini game after those 10 minutes. And then depending on how you buffed up your vehicle, you get a hint for what the mini game is during this like free period. And you want to tailor your vehicle to be better in that game. So if it's a speed-based mini game, you're going to want to find speed stats around the city. If it's a destruction derby type thing, then you want to upgrade your attack stat.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really fun. I really actually want to sit down and play that with you because I think you didn't have a good time. It's just a very good co-op experience. That's a big one for me. You got anything?
You have your obvious choices: Mario Party, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, and stuff like that. Was never a big fan of the sports Mario spin-offs. They were okay. Baseball was super weak. Soccer was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis was also kind of fun. Not so much anymore, but at the time, I remember renting it for 64 way too many times. I don't really know why.
Yeah, it's one of those childhood things where it was fun.
Oh, it's my buddy's birthday party. We're renting Mario Party and Mario Tennis again.
Woo!
And NFL Blitz.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Again, yeah, that one's great. Another weird one would have been Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Tournament Fighters.
It was a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter type game, just 1v1. That's just what you do.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird, but it was kind of fun at the same time. Like, if I'm gonna play a 1v1 style game, it might as well be Ninja Turtles. Not nearly as good as the original Ninja Turtle games, but it was still okay. Still fun enough to play. One franchise that I love is Final Fantasy, and I've never played Final Fantasy Tactics.
What about fishing? Final Fantasy Fishing.
That's just, that's...
Gold. That is gold. That's pure fan service right there.
See, I don't... it just... You know what? It was, man, Final Fantasy 15, they missed the mark on that thing, but that's a whole other...
I agree with you.
Thing.
I haven't even played it, and I don't, I'm interested in Final Fantasy, but it's the last one I would play.
No.
Yeah.
No. Spin-offs, all the super arcadey sports titles, like your NBA Jam, NHL Hits, stuff like that, that was a great time. NFL Blitz, like we mentioned before, that's awesome. Yeah, spin-offs, what else you got?
Spin-offs,
Top spin tennis.
Pinball, Sonic Spinball. I love Sonic Spinball. I like pinball. Pinball's fun, but that one's my favorite console pinball game. It's got a great soundtrack. Personally,
yeah, it does.
I like at the start how it plays like a Sonic game. Like when you first go in, like you move around like Sonic would in a And then it just shoves you into a... I don't know. It's got a great soundtrack, and it looks grungy. Like, there's something about it.
That's just the Genesis sound chip.
Yeah, you're right.
Making it sound so grungy and so much distortion.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's just really nice. That's one of the... Like, I haven't played a lot of Spinball games, but that one's fun. I also always like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. That's a weird spin-off. It's just Puyo Puyo Tetris with a... I can't even say it's a Sonic skin. It's a Dr. Robotnik skin, I guess.
It's a weird skin.
I don't really know who came up with that idea, but I like that game more than Tetris. Period. That's just...
Yeah, we also had Mega Man Soccer.
Was it Mega Man Soccer?
Which is kind of stupid.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, Mega Man Soccer.
Interesting.
Useless.
I'm trying to think of a bad... Like, I know there's plenty of bad spin-offs out there. Like, he had a... I feel like every main series game that had a handheld port sucked.
Yeah, for the most part.
Pac-Man World 2 had a handheld port, sucked. Spyro had a handheld port, sucked.
That's just a bad port as opposed to a spin-off.
Yeah. Well, you take the game, make it into a side-scroller, and it's just not very good. You can't do it. That's just how it is. We got a lot of Final Fantasy talk in the chat. I have nothing to throw in there. That's more of a you thing. I haven't got into this one. I need to go back and try and properly play through. It's a very short game, but Luigi's Mansion.
Okay.
People love that one, and
it's fine. It's okay.
I've never really played more than like 10 minutes. I've gotten to like the second room in the mansion and then stopped playing. I don't know. There's a lot of love for it.
It's not a super fun game. It's okay. It looks nice and it plays fluid, and it was a launch title, and it was the only launch title worth playing.
Right.
On the GameCube. He had that in All-Star Baseball 2002, was it?
Maybe. You would know more than I would, bud. You would know.
Yeah, you had to wait 3 painful months for Smash Bros. Melee to come out, and that was awesome.
Everybody has like not everybody, but I like the Pac-Man games. The Pac-Man World was cool. I thought it was neat that they took Pac-Man and made a 3D platform game out of it. It's a famous gaming mascot. Every cartoon mascot like that had a 3D platform series. And then just like every other 3D platformer, it had racing spin-offs, Pac-Man World Rally. And Pac-Man World Rally was interesting. It had the soundtrack wasn't too bad. It raced okay. The character selection was weird. There were so many characters I've never heard of in my life. There's a character named Pac Devil, which I'm pretty sure they made up just for that game.
Pac Devil.
There's like some of them are recognizable. You have the ghosts, obviously, and what I remember particularly being fun was the battle mode. Me and my brother would play it on his PS2, and that was a good time. I don't know if it was just because I was younger, but it
probably
very likely.
Mostly because you were younger.
But it was fun. I did enjoy it. And then you had that Pac-Man Fever game. That was a Mario Party clone, and that game is a big heaping ball of shit. It is shit. Have you played it?
No.
Shit.
No.
Shit. Like Mary-Kate, that's a Mario Party clone. Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16. I can guarantee you that's better than Pac-Man Fever.
You know what? That game's not bad.
Stop saying that. Don't defend it.
It's not that bad.
It's fine, but then it's definitely better than Pac-Man Fever.
To keep throwing more shit on your shit pile here, we got Sonic Shuffle that can just go.
Oh shit!
Right over here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Next, and then if you're gonna give me that, you can have just Sonic and the Fighters, just right there. There you go.
That one wasn't very good either.
Also, every other Sonic game apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
We still got, aside from the original, Pac-Man just went straight downhill.
Pretty much did.
Sonic, it floated a little bit. It kind of stayed alive, and now there's nothing left. But Pac-Man, that's what you talk about peaking. Yeah, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and garbage.
It's weird. Like, these were the first famous gaming mascots, like, ever. And you can't see that Bandai Namco doesn't know how to make games. Like, the Klonoa games were apparently very good. They didn't sell very well, but they were good. They've made good games before, so why couldn't they take their biggest IP and make it okay?
Well, it's hard bringing not even really a 2D thing. It was very
it was just a circle.
If 1D is a thing, that's what it is. Like there's just not much to it so once you elaborate on that and try to make it into a 3D environment, it just now you gotta design this thing with legs and arms and
I don't think
eyes, and
modern
it
Pac-Man's
becomes-
design isn't too bad. I don't mind.
it's okay. It still looks weird.
Yeah, I don't mind him. I think it's kind of cute. I don't like the new Pac-Man, like the Ghostly Adventures looking one. I don't like that one.
Yeah, it's all kind of weird.
But I don't know. He looks cute with his little rubber boots, his red rubber boots, his little gloves. Oh, that's kind of cute. I think it's fine.
Yeah, he skipped leg day too many times though.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, that's all the spin-offs I got. Really, 007 Racing. That gets the top of the list though. I really want to play that with you.
Yeah, 64 got GoldenEye, and the PS1 got 007 Racing. Almost the same.
Pretty much. Yeah, and then we'll move forward a little bit. What do we got here? Man, still more Final Fantasy stuff going on.
Yeah.
All right. Title of the podcast. I want to talk about consoles. You want to talk about consoles?
Yeah.
Gimmicks, console gimmicks.
Yeah, and just a lot of different things that consoles did either well or didn't have. As an example, one of the first things that comes to mind when I think about this is the original Sega Genesis had a very cool headphone jack in the console.
I still can't believe that never happened until years later with other consoles. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you have it now with the Switch, but I guess the Wii U tablet probably had it.
sure, but like we're talking Sega Genesis here. Like the N64, Super Nintendo, that didn't have it.
Nope.
GameCube, that didn't have it. PS2, that didn't have it.
Nope.
Even the Wii, that didn't have it.
Nope.
PS3,
And it had its own volume slider too, from 0 to 10, which was just super awesome.
that
So you
is
can
sweet.
move that thing. I actually used that a lot when I was playing Sega Genesis. I just put my headphones in there, and it was awesome.
See, so as a kid, when you're staying up past your bedtime to play games,
Which is exactly when I was doing this.
and yeah, exactly, like you can't have the TV on, but you want to hear it, so you have it like on volume 1.
Because when you're a kid, your volume makes you play better.
It does.
When you get older, it doesn't matter so much anymore. But when you're a kid, you need that volume.
You play better. You're more immersed or something.
Yeah, something.
So it's like, it's 10 o'clock. You're supposed to go to bed an hour ago. You have the volume on 1 because you got to hear it.
Yeah.
Headphone
And
jack.
sometimes 1 is too quiet, 2 is too loud. There's no 1.5.
Yeah.
You're just stuck there. You got nothing. But you bring out your good old pal Sega Genesis, and it's got you covered, man. It knows.
I never owned earbuds as a kid. So did you just have earbuds? Because
Yeah, in grade 6, I probably got my first pair.
nice. Like I probably only got mine in grade 7 or 8 actually. It's cute. It's cute.
So I love that. I still love that to this day that it was on there. They got rid of it in the Genesis 2 and the Genesis 3, but you don't want those anyway. They change so much stuff and they look crappy and whatever.
See, that's a good feature. Here's a dumb feature that I still don't understand. You brought it up. The original Xbox, big console, huge controllers are huge. Everything about that thing's big. Why on the controller cord does it have a end piece that
A little breakaway cable.
takes it? You can take it off.
Yeah.
Why?
Now, if you're an Xbox fanboy, you say, "Oh, it's great." When you're mad and you're rage quitting on Halo, you can just throw your controller into the kitchen, and it's fine because it won't.
How often do you do that?
But it's just one more piece that's going to get lost. So 19 out of every 20 Xbox controllers that comes in here does not have the breakaway cable.
I'm passionate about this because I think I gave you a couple of them, but I had like 6 Xbox controllers at one point. One little end dongle thing.
Yeah.
Man, I would like.
They don't happen. They go missing.
This is the dumbest idea.
They're gone.
On first glance, it's a novel idea. Oh, you can pull your controller.
Yeah. Hey man, check this.
Look,
Here's Spike. Fetch, and you can just toss your controller, and then we get the bite marks and the rubber's all off, and
that was just that makes me mad.
Because it makes me think of Biter Lady, actually.
I know, I honestly can't think of the original Xbox. I'm thinking of her. Yeah. It's gross. What is up, Rachel? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you here. Just checking in. I have school in 5 hours. Then you should go to bed, maybe? I don't know what time zone you're in. But Rachel, welcome to the stream. We were talking about the Dreamcast before the episode started.
Yeah, the super cool memory card function.
That is a novel idea. You take it out. You take
great.
Yeah, you take it out of the controller. It reminds me of like one of those little video game things you get in a cereal box, right?
Yeah.
Take your memory card out of your controller.
It's got the cutest little tiny D-pad.
Did you ever use it for game? Did you ever use it? Really? Or do you just like?
Yes and no. I tried to. The battery life on those things really sucks.
I hear like it's.
I used it for Sonic Adventure because you could take your Chow out on an adventure and play a little mini game on there to upgrade your Chow and then come back and put it back into the Chow garden and all that stuff. So I use it a little bit. It's not very practical because those batteries were expensive and I was in grade, I think 7 or 8 at the time.
Not many.
And holy balls, Get Crow Gaming won the lottery.
What? How did he know?
Son of a gun.
Good for you, man. You gonna split that with us? Come on, man. Don't be a bitch.
It's an inside joke. I'll tell you later.
Oh, please do. Sorry, Dreamcast. It's neat, but not a lot of games supported it. And, like, not a lot did much with it.
One of the coolest functions of having this memory card, which was called the VMU, Visual Memory Unit, it had a little built-in, cheap LCD screen.
Yeah.
And one of the coolest things is I remember playing with a buddy. We were playing NFL Blitz, and you know when you would pick what play your guys were going to run?
Yeah.
You didn't want your buddy to see what you were picking because they could screen peek and see, okay, you're picking that. Now I know.
Yeah.
You're picking that, whatever.
Exactly.
So if you would double tap up on the D-pad, then your cursor would show on your memory card screen.
Instead of...
Out of the 9 boxes, it would show on there which one it was on. And that was the only way to tell which one you were picking. So that was super cool. And I'm sure there was a lot of other uses of it aside from that, but that was just one of the cool things that...
That's a neat idea. I like that. Not every game supported it. Like, it was there, but it wasn't fully taken advantage of. But
yeah, nothing on the Dreamcast was fully taken advantage of.
Oh, don't make it sad, man.
It's the truth, though.
That was something cool. Something dumb, though, was why it shares this problem with the Virtual Boy, oddly enough. The cord comes out of the bottom of the controller.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It's
not a big deal. It had a little clip on the back.
Yeah, you're right.
Clip it in.
But I don't understand the choice. Why?
Yeah.
Like it's...
Well, there's a lot going on up top because you had 2 slots for either 2 memory cards or a memory card and a rumble pack.
Even make it go to the back or something, like on the bottom back.
Yeah.
Like it's just the...
Yeah, it's kind of strange. You're right.
Like I think it's worse on the Virtual Boy because that controller is shite. And the power button's on the controller for that thing.
Yeah, and the power cable goes into the
controller.
Yeah, still kind of weird.
Yeah.
As far as other stupid designs, we've got the PS1 and the PS2 with only 2 controllers.
Why?
That makes no sense.
I like they came out with the multi-tap so you could have 4, but why not just have 4?
Yeah, see, I understand the PS1. It was their first time out there.
For sure.
Everything before that only had 2. We're just going to stick with that.
They didn't know the N64 would have 4. That was new.
Yeah.
But going into the PS2, you know this is happening. You know this is a standard now.
Yeah, and then, yeah, Xbox is 4, GameCube is 4. Oh, we still stuck with 2.
And multi-tap.
And then we get to the PS3, and now we can do 7.
It's like they really wanted to make up for...
Why not 8? Why not 4? Why 7? I don't know, but okay, 7. Yeah, because there's always that time when you have 6 friends over.
It was 1 for every time they didn't do it. That's why.
Yeah, I guess so.
I love that. It's so funny. Yeah, the PS2 was a weird one. Back to the Xbox, like that cord thing's stupid, but it also the GameCube was missing out here. GameCube can't play DVDs, right?
No.
Which was a huge loss, I think, because you get a PS2, oh man, it plays DVDs. Get the Xbox, oh man, it plays DVDs. GameCube, it doesn't play DVDs unless you got the Panasonic Q.
Which we never got here,
unfortunately, but it was available. Anyway, so it was cool that the Xbox and PS2 did, but the problem with the Xbox was that you needed this extra remote to do it. PS2 just lets you...
That's right.
Yeah.
You could use the controller on the PS2, and it was fine.
There's no problem.
But yeah, Xbox, you had to buy this little receiver and this remote to use it.
And if you lost either piece, then sorry, bud.
You ain't watching DVDs on this thing.
Nope. That still makes me mad. Like, that's a stupid
But
choice.
they kind of made up for it by having a hard drive that you could throw music onto and play during games.
That was novel. I liked that a lot.
That was super cool. That nobody's done since.
I
think 360 could do it, but other than that, you can't do that with any other system.
No, it was a novel idea. When I first got my, I still don't know how to do it to this day. Like, I never did it myself, but I got my Xbox used, and there was just a bunch of All-American Rejects and Bon Jovi and Phil Collins just on it. So I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, go to the user track radio. Bam! I got Bon Jovi and All American Rejects. It was cute. Yeah. The N64, it's got the expansion pack. It's a nice feature. The Rumble pack, that was new.
Yeah, they had the Rumble pack, which is okay. Didn't really work very well. I still don't know how I feel about Rumble to begin with.
I like it situationally. Sometimes it's annoying.
But I feel like if you take it out completely, does it affect your experience with the game?
Some.
You think so?
There are time-specific things in games where the Rumble is a huge feature. There is other ways to like remedy it. Like you could remove the Rumble and have something on the screen to prompt you for things. But I'm trying to think of an example because I was playing something not even too long ago where I was like,
Mario Party had, instead of the Rumble, an exclamation mark would appear on the screen, and then you would hit A then.
That's right. In fact, I think that was actually the game I was thinking of because the game Wave, not the game Wave, the Wavebird.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Rumble, and it annoyed me because I usually relied on Rumble for that stupid fish mini game. Right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the one. That's the same one I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm better with the Rumble for that. So like situationally, it has its uses. But you can always turn it on and off, so if you don't want it, you don't need it. Yeah, the GameCube added a handle. Take it on the go, man.
We got a handle.
We got a Damien Penner at the stream. Welcome here. I'm glad you made it, sir. How goes painting your house? Hope that's working out for you. Maybe. I don't know what else there is.
Yeah, we got that cool handle.
On the GameCube.
I mean, there was a bunch of stuff on the bottom. You got the Game Boy player, which was also on the 64 and the Super Nintendo. But yeah, that's kind of cool. You can play your Game Boy games on the big TV. That's a neat little thing. Sony never came up with anything like that.
That Game Boy player, I think, is wicked. The disc is annoying because
the fact that you need a disc to run it kind of sucks because, like the breakaway cable, that disc is always going to go missing. And now it's worth a lot of money if you have that disc because they keep going missing. For every 5 Game Boy players I get, 1 is missing the disc. And it just becomes annoying and stupid, and those Game Boy players are useless if you don't have those things.
Yeah, I get it, but man, it's just what really annoys me is the price of the disc. $100 for the disc. Like, it's steep.
Yeah, well, it's because everybody threw them away or they just went missing.
Yeah. It's a shame, though.
It's cheaper to buy a mod chip and get your GameCube modded so you can burn your own damn Game Boy player disc and just play it that way.
Emulators are a thing now. Like, that is no longer the best way to play Game Boy games, but it is a neat experience if you want to do it that way. Although they don't look good. They don't look good at all because the GameCube can't... What is it? I was watching a video on it. It can't put out in 240p or whatever. So the games are running in 480i. So instead of these nice sharp edges, which you want on a Game Boy game, it's like this blurred, sloshy mess, and it doesn't look
very, very messy.
Yeah,
and it does not look good at all.
Which is unfortunate. If it could just output things at 240p, they would look fantastic, like they're meant to.
Yeah,
but oh well.
Well, at least they went back to that with the 3DS.
You know, man, yeah, you hate Mario 64 DS. You just hate that game. Do you hate it purely because of how it looks?
Yeah.
That's the only reason?
Yeah, it looks like trash. I put it in the other day. I got a copy and I'm like, is it really that bad? It is really that bad. That is a garbage way to play
that was like
stuff.
8 months ago you had that in here.
No, I still have it, actually.
What?
I got another one in like a couple of weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still here.
I think that game would be... Like, I can get over the jagged pixels as long as I had not just 8-direction control. Because that, I think, ruins the game. I'm sorry, but that bogs down the experience hard.
Yeah. Yeah, game's trash.
You're trash.
No.
What
else we have? PS3 did Blu-rays. That's cool. Xbox 360 did HD DVDs, which was very not cool.
That was the mistake they made. Like,
no, I understand why they had to do it, but that's a whole...
I still love how you bought like 5 of those HD DVD players.
Yeah, I still have 4 of them.
It's because Kai bought one because you convinced him it'd be worth something someday.
I still think it will be. That's why there's 4 sitting here.
Man, Kai put we have this glass shelf in our apartment where we display cool things. My N64 box is on there. Looks super nice. We have the Sonic Mania box on the shelf. the Sonic statue. That's a Sega
From
the Sonic mini box. That's on the shelf. Kai's contribution was his HD DVD Xbox 360 player.
Nice.
Puts that in the it's in the box.
It's the rarest one there.
So stupid.
It deserves to be on that shelf.
No, it doesn't.
It's on my top shelf.
Doesn't look. That's because you're selling them. It's not a display unit. I'm sorry. And my Switch box is on there too. Yeah. It's neat. I'm willing to move on though. I don't know what else. Did the TurboGrafx do anything neat? Atari Jaguar. It's got 16 buttons. More buttons than any other controller ever.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, Jaguar. I got nothing to add. TurboGrafx. As a console, it didn't have that many features. It was ahead of its time, being a 16-bit system, the first one really. But other than that, that's about it.
I don't love your contribution, Kai. It looks it's just a box. We might as well just put a box of Kraft Dinner on the shelf and call that. Wow.
But that's not very rare. That's the difference here.
Okay, we'll get like a 1980s box of Kraft Dinner and put
if you can find a 1980s box,
put it on the shelf.
Make it. Let's try that shit.
Funny story, totally ungaming related, but this is just a funny story. Last Christmas, you just maybe think of 1980s food. We were, my mom bought a house a couple years back now, and my grandpa passed away. So like the family does, they split all of his belongings and raided his house to take them.
Sure.
My mom took just a bunch of random food from the pantries and stuff, just because she was moving out just to have. And then Christmas 2 years ago, we're looking through our pantries to find some stuff. And my brother digs out this like molding, dilapidated box that kind of like it disintegrates to the touch a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So he pulls out of the back of the cupboard. He's like, "Mom, what's this?" I don't know. What is it? My brother reads the box. It's shake and bake fish. It's fish that you shake and bake from 1987.
Wow.
It was from 1987. I don't know how that even ended up.
That's amazing.
In our house, but we took it.
That's amazing.
So if you're ever looking for 1980s fish, shake and bake fish, I got you.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
It's probably the grossest
The
thing.
best story I have is I visit my grandmother every now and then. I used to live there back in 2008. I lived there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, back then, she had an energy drink that's not around anymore.
You told me this.
Full Throttle.
It's around still.
Is it around still?
You can get Full
Throttle.
Throttle.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a sugar-free version of Full Throttle. And I remember I was unemployed for a little bit, so I was always staying up super late. And you get thirsty, so I go up, check the fridge, see this. Ooh, it expired in 07. There's so many chemicals in that thing. I don't know if I want to touch that, so I put it back. And then like every few weeks, I would go and look at it again and be like, nah, I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
Surprised you looked at the expiration date, to be honest. I would have just opened it.
Oh. Growing up, being in that house, you always check the expiration date. There's way too many times I've poured apple juice and it comes out as this thick, elastic thing. Man, everything in that house. She's got meat. When they moved into their new house, like 15 years ago, there was meat in the freezer from the 70s and just stuff that just should have long been done. Anyways,
yeah.
So every so often I go and check to see if this thing is still there. And I was just there over Christmas, and sure as shit, that thing is still there. Still in the fridge, right where it's been.
Wait, this Christmas?
This Christmas.
Really?
It is still there, right in the fridge, just there.
Why does your grandma have an energy drink?
I have no idea. I don't know where she got it. I don't know why she got it, but it's in there.
Does she never clean out her fridge ever?
No. Oh, no. No, she does. She does, but it stays in there because it's not opened and I don't know.
What's funny is you told me that story a few months after I met you. And now you're telling me again, and you were recently there, and it's still there.
I check all the time. Every time, like, I check it probably twice a year to see if it's still there.
That's so funny.
And it's still there?
I love that. I love that so much. That's all. That's as good as the
That's what you tuned in for, to hear about Full Throttle energy drinks.
And shake and bake fish. Didn't even know that was a thing. How do you shake and bake fish?
Well, you put fish in there and
bake and shake it,
and you get her done.
Fine. Anyway, that'll probably do it for console gimmicks that were neat or annoying. You had one more topic. I don't have that one written down. You.
I did.
IPs 2017. What 2018 rather. What? Let me compose my words here. Game IPs that we want to see another installment in 2018.
Okay.
I want Breath of the Wild 2 right now.
There's been rumors that that's going to be coming out this year.
Those rumors are horseshit. That's
Yeah.
not happening. It's not happening. I do think the next Zelda game will use Breath of the Wild's engine.
Obviously.
They have to reuse that. There's so much effort went into it. Like, come on. But no, we're definitely not getting that this year by any stretch of the imagination.
No, and there's been rumors of Metroid Prime being out this year, and I feel like that's just not even close. That's just not even close. If a few months ago all we got was literally basically like a glorified screenshot of the title, we're not getting that game.
No.
Nintendo just filed more trademarks for 1080 snowboarding.
What?
Which is weird.
Really?
So whether that means virtual console or a new title or just repatenting their stuff, we'll find out.
They repatented 1080 snowboarding.
Yeah.
Of all things.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and they did like 1080 all numbers, and they did 1080 in all letters, and
okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. I obviously want a Streets of Rage 4. Please. Not gonna happen, but I would love it.
Well, if we're talking about stuff that's not gonna happen, there were rumors of a new Fable game coming. Not gonna happen.
Also not gonna happen.
But man, I would love that.
We're not allowed having any cool exclusives on the Xbox One.
Absolutely not. Forbidden.
So
Damien,
that's not gonna happen.
Can agree with me here. Atlas, give us a Snowboard Kids 3 for the Nintendo Switch. Fuck 1080 snowboarding. We don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Snowboard. Yeah. Put it on the virtual console.
See, you know what? Atlas is now owned by Sega, so once Sega puts out Streets of Rage 4, then you can get your Snowboard Kids 3.
Why does it have to be in that? Why isn't I get Snowboard Kids 3?
Because I've been without a Streets of Rage longer than you've been without a Snowboard Kids.
But Snowboard Kids is a better game.
Not even close. You can get the hell out of here with that.
You know, your Christmas present isn't here yet, right?
No.
It's Streets of Rage related. Actually.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Wow,
just to get
that's
you
exciting.
Just to get you a little excited about it.
That's a little bit exciting. I actually don't even care for the game at all.
I hate that shit. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, your Christmas gift? Not Snowboard Kids.
Don't even... Come on, Snowboard Kids 3. Give me Snowboard Kids 3, man. Develop it. I want the only soul copy.
Yeah, you don't want me to develop that for you.
Yeah, well.
There's not enough full throttle energy drinks in my grandma's fridge to make that for you.
Oh, there's one. But that's more than there should be. Yeah, anyway. I would love Snowboard Kids 3, personally. I want that new Pokemon game that's already announced. I want it to not be...
We didn't even get a screenshot of that one, or a title, or anything, so that one's very far away.
I know, but I want it to not be a Pokemon game, like Emerald or Black or White or...
That's exactly what it's going to be.
I don't want that.
That's exactly
give me something like XD or Coliseum where they changed it up. There's no gyms. It's still, you can still clearly tell it's Pokemon, but they changed how it worked. They took a risk with that one and they were good, but no, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's going to be Pokemon still.
Yeah.
Still not going to be that great. I really want a Madden 2019 this year.
Why?
I'm really hoping we get
I bet you are. NFL Blitz 2019. Can we get that?
I would love to have an NFL Blitz NBA Jam crossover thing where it comes just bundled together as one game and you can pick both of them. That would be super cool.
If Nintendo could do, this is a Nintendo thing. If they could do any like the Pokemon thing or if they could do any one game release and it was the only thing they would release this year, I would love a proper sequel to Donkey Kong 64. I just want that.
I don't know if I would trust Nintendo to make that.
I would. I'll give it to them. Like Rare, clearly you can look at that game and clearly tell, yeah, Rare, their heart is in this. But any open world experience Donkey Kong game, I'll take it. Just give it to me. I want it, man. I want it. Yeah. I don't want that side scrolling bullshit. I'm not into that for Donkey Kong.
It sounds like we're getting Kingdom Hearts 3 this year.
Is it actually going to release this year?
Yeah, if I had to guess, that'd probably happen.
I mean, good for fans. They've been wanting that forever.
Yeah, it's amazing to have to wait that long for this game. Kingdom Hearts 2 is on the PS2.
I know. I don't know what took so long.
And there's rumored to have at least 2 Pixar related worlds, which is, yeah, it's cool for you Kingdom Hearts fans.
I still can't believe you don't like that game. It boggles my
I
mind.
just can't get the gameplay. Just it bores me.
Johnny boy, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see you, dude.
I do. I should give it just like the 4th try or 5th try.
You really should. I honestly think they're just. You need to be. You've had 3 bad like timings.
I don't know, man.
They're RPGs with your
for
with
one.
characters
They're
you love.
action RPGs, which already sucks.
But you loved Final. You enjoyed.
I love Final Fantasy, and I enjoy Disney, but I just can't bring myself to like this stuff.
You've even liked the action RPG Final Fantasy. Like you liked the MMO 14. That was an action RPG MMO.
Yeah, it's a bit different. That's other than that, like I've played Final Fantasy 12, didn't like it. Final Fantasy 15, didn't like it.
But Dragon Quest 8, you should play that.
Yeah, if I had a copy of the game, I probably would.
Yeah.
Well, our buddy has one down at the farm.
Down at the farm.
Supposedly.
Oh, that's right. I don't believe him. Sorry, I don't believe him.
I don't either.
No. Mutant League Football 2019. You and your Mutant League Football. No, Snowboard Kids 3. That's where it's
There
at.
is a game similar to that. I forget what it's called, but it's something like that. It looks exactly like a Mutant League Football that just came out for PS4 and Steam. Man, what is that called? I forget.
I'm curious what happened to Excitebike. You have Excitebike, then they made Excitebike 64, which was interesting.
So we should have gotten Excitebike on the Wii.
Where's Excitebike Wii or Excitebike Switch? Like I there's nothing innovative about that game. It's just motorcycle racing.
Well, that's the thing. That style of game is just not needed anymore.
You're right.
It's just not there. It's funny as games grow and as people grow, certain styles of game are just not there anymore. Like kart racers, aside from Mario Kart, who's still doing that?
Yeah, that's true. It's weird.
It's just gone.
Kart racers owned the gaming market at one point, and now they're
everything needed a kart racer. Smurfs, like
it's literally just Mario Kart now. You don't get other kart racers anymore.
No, and you don't want it even.
No,
I don't.
I have no.
I don't want it. Even Mario Kart. I haven't enjoyed since the 64. It just you grow out of it, and it's just not interesting anymore.
It was a fad, not a trend. Like RPGs, they're a trend. They'll last forever. Kart racers, there's only so much to them. You can't innovate on it much after you have one. It is what it is.
Yeah, we have a remaster of Burnout Paradise coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Interesting remaster.
Which is the last Burnout we ever got. Also, I didn't care for it for the main reason that when you do your races, it was an open world Burnout game, which sounds fun.
That's neat.
Burnouts were super fun games to play. But in this one, when you got into a race, you needed to know the whole world map because you take one wrong turn and you are off the freeway and you're just way out in the middle of nowhere. You can never get back to where you actually have to go. They wouldn't direct you as to where you're supposed to go, where the race actually goes, so it was super difficult to actually play. But it was still kind of fun.
Yeah, the idea of an open world racer, that's Midnight Club was similar, kind of.
Yeah, you need to first spend 50 hours understanding the map and looking for landmarks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you just don't get that anymore. Who's got time for that?
Nobody. Ain't nobody got time for that. Have you seen that spaghetti meme? Who touching my spaghetti? And it's like a Disney. I actually really like that one. I don't know why, but it's so funny. Totally off topic, but yeah. What are we talking about? IPs? Yeah.
Stuff you want.
I want a Spyro game, man.
You're not getting
somebody rip Spyro's name out of Activision's cold, dead, lifeless hands. Hand it off to somebody who give it to Bandai Namco and let them make a Spyro game. Give it to anybody and just give me a Spyro game. Please.
Yeah, you're not. Who was I talking to? I was talking. It was Kay Benson, if he's still in the chat. He was saying how he would love a remake of the old Spyro games, and we got that with Crash.
I'm waiting for it. I think it'll happen.
I think it will happen too. Just the fact that we got a Crash remaster, because like the problem with these games is Sony doesn't own them anymore. Sony didn't own Crash anymore.
Yeah.
So to get the licenses back, it costs a lot of money. Everybody wants the bigger piece of the pie, all that stuff. And Spyro is now owned by Activision, and they're their own thing. They're not going to just give that back to Sony. They're going to want a lot of money. They're going to want to do it their way, and every Skylander is needed to unlock levels and all that crap and whatever. It's just not going to be a good time. So it'll get interesting because Sony's going to want to make it the right way, and Activision wants to make it their way, and it'll be a big thing.
It's a little weird because Crash was still a thing. There were still Crash games being made.
Terrible ones.
But they were being made. Spyro, there aren't Spyro games. He's a dead IP. They used him to advertise Skylanders. And then once Skylanders was big on its own, they didn't need Spyro and they just left him there. So they're not even using him. So I feel like it's more likely we would get a Spyro remake trilogy over Crash. And we got Crash. So that gives me a good feeling about Spyro. I think it'll happen. I don't know when, but I do believe that.
Yeah, it could happen.
I believe it's in the cards.
Crash was always a more popular IP than Spyro.
Yeah.
So
they were both loved.
Makes sense that we got Crash first. But yeah, it wouldn't shock me to get a Spyro collection.
I'm waiting for it. If that happened this year, that'd be dank. They should remake Year of the Dragon. That's the third one, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Still can't believe, man. I played a little bit of, what was it? I mentioned it on the podcast last week already. The Legend of Games and David Spade. It's weird. It's so weird.
That is super weird.
Of all the voice actor choices,
naturally you want David Spade
as the little fairy thing. It's just weird. I don't. Okay, guest voice actors, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much what. Do we have anything else here, or are we?
I think that about covers it, man.
Yeah. Does that mean we're winding down?
Winding down.
Damien tried to quote you the other day, and he fucked up.
Really?
He said the wrong thing. He was like, I don't remember what he said, but it wasn't winding down. It was like
shutting down.
No, it was like wrapping up. He's like,
oh,
he tried to mimic you, and I was like,
that's funny.
Sorry, bud.
I saw him the other day, Sunday. He was driving behind me. I was going to the shop for some wrapping up.
That's the one.
That's funny.
Did you honk at?
He was behind me. I'm not gonna honk at somebody that's behind me.
Did you just stop, like turn off your truck?
I thought about following him for a while, but
there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for First Strike. Thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate it. As per usual, we'll be live again next week, Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Probably just be the two of us again. We'll have a guest star in the future. Not sure when yet. We do have the equipment to have people in the room with us now, so that'll happen in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, so if you want to buy yourself a ticket to sunny Winnipeg, we'll drive out there and drive you down here.
There we go. Sunny Winnipeg. It's not sunny at all.
That's what they say. You know, sunny.
They need to stop saying that.
New Winnipeg.
No. There is nothing new about that city. Nothing. No. Not one thing.
No, there's not.
Or become a $50 patron of mine, and then you just get a free ticket on the show.
A free ticket?
Well, $50 ticket on the show.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. We appreciate you guys hanging out. Have a fantastic night. Play some games. I want to go play more Dragon Quest. I'm hooked.
Wrapping up.
See you guys next week.